How's it going, Rogues Gallery, and welcome to another Flesh and Blood video. Today we have something, pretty unique to talk about because this is something completely unprecedented in Flesh and Blood. The very first ever banned card in Flesh and Blood. This was an announcement that just kind of popped up almost seemingly randomly yesterday, basically, and I'm filming this the day after. I've given myself a full day to kind of like think about it, let it sink in, and so I can talk about it with at least some semblance of a formulated opinion. But man, this is very interesting. This is a very, very interesting ban. But before we get started, if you are looking to pick up Flesh and Blood product, definitely check out Channel Fireball. I do have an affiliate link in the description down below. I know they have Monarch Unlimited and first edition product still in stock at pretty reasonable prices. Dare I say, excellent pricing. So, check out my affiliate link in the description down below. It supports me directly. But if you'd like to check out maybe a smaller store like Fab Foundry, or if you're from Canada for Red Riot Games, I also have affiliate links with them also in the description down below. But enough of that stuff. Let's start talking with today's ban, man. This is a very, very weird and interesting topic, but it makes a lot of sense to me when you read about it. So you might be thinking to yourself, what card could possibly get banned? And if you don't know the answer to this already, I'm going to give you a couple minutes, or a couple seconds rather, to think about it. Is it a really, really powerful card? Is it Flick Flack, to crush those Ira Blitz decks? Is it a really valuable card that's really hard to get, like Shiana or the Arknight Shard? Or is it a card that's seeing too much play, maybe like a Command and Conquer or something like that? Well, it is none of those things. Because the card that got banned is Drone of Brutality, a rare from Welcome to Wraith. And this is something I bet no one predicted. No one could have predicted that Drone of Brutality would have gotten banned. And the reason for the banning, I think it's all very, very interesting, and I respect it a lot. I respect the decision a lot. It must have been a really hard decision for Legend Story Studios to make, but they made it based on principles, and we'll talk about that in just a second after we talk about what exactly Drone of Brutality is. So Drone of Brutality, I'm going to say this off the top of my head, is a generic attack action. It is a rare from Welcome to Wraith. It costs 2 resources to play. The red version does 6 damage, the yellow does 5, and the blue does 4, and it's a very simple card. It just says, when Drone of Brutality is put into your graveyard from anywhere, put it on the bottom of your deck. And you're like, why would a card like that get banned? It doesn't seem broken. I mean, it's a very interesting card. It's really cool. It has a unique effect, but it's not busted. It's not like crushing any tournaments. It's not like super valuable or super rare or anything like that. Personally, I played with Drone of Brutality in a Azalea Blitz decks because it's a good way to just keep doing damage after you run out of arrows, because Azalea eventually will run out of arrows unless you kill your opponent, and Drone of Brutality is just a good way to keep the damage rolling because she doesn't have a weapon that can do damage. So why ban this card? This very, very innocuous, not super busted card. It's not like in Magic the Gathering where they're banning like Oko or like Uro or something like that that's super busted and ruining the whole format, which we see a lot in Magic the Gathering these days. Why would they ban this card? Well, it is purely because of design principles. And like I said, this is something I respect a lot. I think it's a really good decision, and it shows a lot of character for the company, as developers. In the ban announcement, which I will have in the description down below, a link to the ban announcement, they go on to say that this card, Drone of Brutality, breaks one of their core design philosophies, and that is that every card matters. And if you're running Drone of Brutality in your deck, well, it kind of breaks that design philosophy because it makes it so that no card matters except for Drone of Brutality. Because if every card matters, then you have to make the decision between, should I play this card for its effect, or do I need to block with it right now so I don't lose the game or fall too far behind in the game. And Drone of Brutality basically makes it so you can just defend with every single card in your deck and be left with some Drone of Brutalities at the end, and you can kind of just deal some damage and fatigue your opponent out. Well, yeah, this is a very unfun way to play the game. It is a viable way to play the game, solely because of Drone of Brutality, but it also makes it so you don't really have to make any decisions. You can just block with everything, including your Drones of Brutality, and you'll know you'll have some gas at the end. Because of this, Drone of Brutality is banned in both Classic Constructed and Blitz for all pitch values of the card. And I think that's actually pretty funny, though it's good to note that it's not banned in Ultimate Pit Fight. Not banned in Ultimate Pit Fight, but there's more. There's a little bit more to this, which I find very, very interesting and a very, very bold move. And that move is that Drone of Brutality will no longer be printed in subsequent printings of Welcome to Wraith. So it's going to be taken off of the print sheet from the Welcome to Wraith print sheet. That is insane. That is unprecedented. This is the first time I've ever heard of a card game banning a card and then just completely just yeeting that thing off of the print sheet. This is, like I said, I respect the decision so much because they are going all in. This is all in, all the chips in. This card is banned forever. No more Drone of Brutality at all. Which means that Drone of Brutality is gonna be kind of a collector piece if Flesh and Blood, lives the long run, which strongly believe it will, last for a very long time. I think this game is gonna stand the test of time. And if it does, like I think so, and like a lot of other people believe, then Drone of Brutality is going to be a collector's item. Even these unlimited versions, which we have a ton of right now, well, in 10 years, we're not going to have a ton of them, especially because subsequent printings of Welcome to Wraith are not going to have Drone of Brutality on them. So it's a very interesting thing, and you'll be like, why does it matter? Because it's banned. Well, one, collectors. There's a huge collector market for Flesh and Blood, and two, casual formats like Ultimate Pit Fight and any other casual format you can think of. So very, very interesting stuff here. I know a lot of people are already snatching up as many Drone of Brutalities as they can. Personally, I'm just happy to have a bunch of random like foil alpha versions of these from all those boxes that I opened, back in the day when I first got into Flesh and Blood. But this is unprecedented. This is very interesting and unprecedented. And you're like, should they have done this? They didn't need to do this. If they didn't do anything, would have anyone complained at all? Is anyone complaining about Drone of Brutality at all? I don't think so. But they're doing this because of their core principles, and that is something that I respect a hell of a lot. I respect that a lot. This banning is effective starting March 26th, 2021. So in case you're watching this in the future, this card was banned March 26, 2021. What a time to be alive, man. The very first banned card in Flesh and Blood. And it's not because it's broken. It's not because it's broken. It's because it breaks some core design philosophies. So it's not broken in terms like breaks the game too powerful. It's broken in terms of like it breaks the core tenets of their design philosophy. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, shouldn't they have caught this earlier? I think this is just something that came about because of competitive play and, more people playing the game. You get a lot more testing in, and you see a lot more variations of decks. And maybe they didn't foresee this coming. Maybe they didn't think that it would be this much of a problem and, go against their core design philosophies this much. I don't work at Legend Story Studios. I'm not a developer for this game, so I can't give you the answer for that. But I still find this very interesting. And yeah, man, like, what do you folks think about this banning? Let me know in the comments down below what you think of the banning of Drone of Brutality. Just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. We're gonna have to come up with a nickname for the card. If you're watching this far into the video, here's a little extra thing for you. Come up with a nickname for Drone of Brutality now that it's banned. Maybe it's like Ban of Brutality, Drone of Bantality. You could probably come up with something more clever than that. Those are just the two things that came off of the dome piece. Yeah, let me know what your clever ideas are in the comments down below. But that's gonna end it for today's video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, maybe check out my Patreon if you'd like to support me directly, or check out those affiliate links in the description down below. But regardless of what you do, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time for some more Flesh and Blood content. See you later, everyone.